and thanks for joining. If you are joining this as a replay, my name is Joanna, if you don't know, and this is Tabata, so thank you for joining Tabata. If you're joining on a replay, number one thing, please comment underneath this video. Let me know that you took it, that you enjoyed class with any kind of comment, preferably saying replay, so we know that was taking at a different time, not live. And then you could also add any other comments, say like something was hard, something was difficult, maybe if you did a different modification. That also helps other people who are taking the video. For today's class, you will need an ab mat or somewhere soft to lay on. You can also, and I will be using myself, a backpack for today's workout as my weighted option. But you can also use weight options such as a dumbbell, soup cans, or even a kettlebell. So those are some of the options that you can do today. And then we also are going to be starting a question of the day. So for today's question of the day, if you are on the replay, please join and comment below. I will be posing that for the live, and I want you to join in as well. So I am just gonna get a little bit closer. Welcome those who are joining us live before we get started in our warm-up and then we go into the workout. So good morning, Tracy. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Adam. Awesome. So excited to have you guys. You guys get me up and going in the morning. Thank you for being here. Happy Wednesday, team, Adam says. Yes, happy Wednesday. We're almost there, guys. And we've had a beautiful couple of days, which brings me to our question of the day. I'm going to pose that in just a few seconds, see if anyone else kind of joins us. In the meantime, if you guys want, I have some of the equipment for today's workout that you would need. You don't need all of it, it's just options of what you can do. Today I will be using a backpack, so that is what the object I'm going to be using today, a backpack. But if you have a dumbbell and you'd like to use a dumbbell, if you have soup cans, you can use soup cans. If you have water bottles, you can use water bottles. If you have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell. Any of those options would work. You want something that you can hold in one hand at least. If not, you can use also two hands. But that is today's workout. We can always make something do. If you don't have any of these objects, let me know in the comments and we can always kind of come up with something for you to modify for. All right, so like I mentioned, we're gonna have a question of the day. Today's question is inspired by the crazy weather we've been having in November. So I wanna know, what is your favorite season? Is it fall, winter, spring, summer? Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite season? I need to know this. This is very important information. Let's see them come in. Adam, Tracy, what's your favorite season? And then I'll show you mine. My favorite season, it was summer. And I'm gonna say it's still summer, but fall has definitely been growing on me as a season, and I really do enjoy fall. Adam says, after being in Florida for 5 years, fall. Tracy also says fall. All right, everyone's been going with fall right now. I love it. It's so nice, isn't it? It's just different. I feel like we've been skipping springtime too nowadays up here. But all right, so we are going to warm up. I love this chatter we got going on this morning, learning a lot about each other. Again, like I said, I'm going to use a backpack today, but you can use any of the objects that you want. We're gonna start with just a simple little warm up. I'll explain the exercise movements for today's workout, and then we'll get into our fun Tabata workout. All right, so warming up, we are just going to do some of our pull downs with our arms as we march in place. All right, so we're gonna do marches in place. Pull downs, we're going to be doing, about 30 seconds worth. So just stay with me. I'm gonna be counting for us. Nothing too crazy. Alternating, get those knees up. Ready, and go. Knees up, arm pulled down. Knees up, arms pulled down. You wanna squeeze those arms down as you pull up. Maybe you get a little bounce here. And just keep going. We're just warming up the body here. Stay with it. And rest. All right, shake it out. We're gonna bring our feet underneath our hips, keep our knees as locked out as we can as we walk our hands out to a high plank. Take this a little bit slower than normal. When you feel the stretch down those hamstrings today, so maybe we're just doing a toe touch, and then gently walk your hands out to a high plank. Once you get to the high plank, stay here, hold. We're gonna hold into this nice strong high plank. We're gonna add a little something different today. We're gonna go for a push-up all the way down. So if you need to drop your knees, that's okay. If not, push up. Warming up the shoulders. Back to a down dog. Get those hips up in the air, head through. And walk those hands to those feet. And stand. Awesome, we're gonna do it again. Hands to our feet, stretch those hamstrings. Feel that hamstring stretch. And then walk your hands out to a high plank. Good, we're holding here. Stay with me. Push up. Down dog. Walk those hands back in. And stand. Good, one more time. Hands to the feet, stay here, stretch those hamstrings. Maybe you notice I'm already getting lower. The more we've done this, we're gonna walk our hands out to a high plank again. Hold this high plank, nice and strong. Push up, down dog. Walk those hands back in and stand. Good, we're gonna get into our low lunge position. So we're gonna get one leg back, maybe you start into a kind of half kneeling lunge position. We're gonna get our hands on the inside of our foot, and we're gonna lift the back toe, lift the back knee. So our knee is always lifted. We're always nice and straight, and we're getting those hips down low. Keep them low. Good, we're gonna take our inside elbow, reach it towards our instep, and then twist past our bent knee. Keep twisting, feel that on the outside of the leg. Bring that hand back down on the outside of the foot, and straighten that front leg. Or bring it down, the back knee, and straighten that front leg. Good, stretching the hamstring here. Re-bend into a low lunge if you can. If not, keep that back knee down. We're going to reach our arms up overhead. Stretch that back hip. And then take our outside hand to the outside of our thigh and twist. Look behind you. Good. Hands come down on the inside of the foot again. Meet into a high plank. Other leg in line with our hands. Straighten that back knee. Whew. Give it a break if it needs. All right, inside elbow to instep. And then twist past that bent knee. Notice when I do this, I don't want this knee to cape inside. I want it to press out as I twist. Hand comes down on the outside of the leg. Straighten that front leg. Send those hips back. Again, you can drop that knee if you need. Re-bend into that front knee. You can keep that hip down if you need. And reach up high to the sky. And then twist to the side again. Looking back behind you. Good, we're gonna do it one more time. Original leg again. Hands on the inside. Pick up the back knee. Elbow to instep and twist. Hand comes down, straighten that front leg. Go a little bit faster now, we know what we're doing. Rebend that knee, hands up to the sky. And then twist past that bent knee, look back. Hands come down on the inside. Float through high plank. Other leg up. In between, or whatever it might get you to get that leg up. All right, elbow to instep. Reach down low, keep that back knee lifted. And then twist. Again, keep that knee out. Hand comes down, straighten that front leg. Rebend, arms lift up to the sky. And then twist past the bent knee. And stand. All right, shake it out if you need. Quick quad stretch each side. Grab the ankle, pull that knee back, stand up tall. You can hold on to something, or you could just do it standing. Other side, grab the ankle. Whew. Focus on something for balance. Pull that knee back. And again, other side. And one last time. Good. All right, today's workout. We are going to be doing Tabata style. First movement, I want you to get your object with you right now. We're gonna test it out. So, you do not need any weight for this first movement. If you want, you can. So for the first movement, if you want, we are going to be doing it with weight, if you have, to kind of help weight us. And we're going to do a single leg. So we're gonna bend our one leg, and this is going to be our standing leg, nice and soft in that knee, but strong through the foot all the way to the top. We're gonna send our back leg back as we reach down forward and stand. So we want to make sure as our hips go back, our chest is not going down. We want to make a nice straight line. So whether you kick that back leg nice and straight, if that leg goes back, then that's why my chest goes forward and I come back to stand. But it's all about that standing leg. So equipment or no equipment, if your hands need to be out to the side or behind you, we are softening that back knee and sending that back leg back, keeping a nice straight line from our heel to our head as much as possible, and squeezing to stand all through that standing leg. So try it with me. Either you're doing it with that back leg straight, maybe you can keep it bent and you're pressing that heel up still. Maybe you press that heel all the way up. Good. Or, if that's too difficult and you tried it, with weight, without weight, maybe you keep that back foot down. Maybe we're on the toe. This is called the kickstand. So there's really no weight here, but it's just to help us with balance in case we need. As our hips go back, we reach down, squeeze the stand. Still, again, with weight or not, just do 2 with me of each. Find what works for you. Hips go back and come back up. Again, this straight leg, my bent knee, the relationship of the two is this back leg is still just here just to help me with balance. And I'm reaching down, squeezing to stand through that standing leg. The knee is soft. All right, if you want to add weight, that weight stays really close to the body. All right, my hands are kind of dragging up my legs. All right. Movement 1, those are the options, with weight, without weight. kickstand, or even more of a balance, lift that leg up. All right, number 2, we are going to get into our half kneeling position. So, half kneeling, resting on that back knee. If you need something for that back knee, if you have a pad or towel or something, you can rest it down on there. We're gonna stay strong through this knee, this front toe. Strong through that back leg. We're building up from the ground all the way up. We wanna be nice and strong here. But we're gonna be doing a single leg or single arm press overhead. So get your object. We're gonna give me 3 presses each arm. So bottom knee, same side hand is what we're gonna have the object. We're gonna press overhead, come back down. I want you to focus as we do this of pressing that object or that hand over our knee and back down. We're gonna straighten that elbow. Straighten it all the way up, come back down. I also want you to focus on your core. It's easy to lose this core stability and to arch, to reach overhead and keep that object there. We want to stabilize everything facing forward. So maybe you're moving onto your other hand. We're doing, again, 3 each side. Our whole body is nice and tight, nice and tense as we just move one arm. All right, you might feel the stretch. You might notice you might have some mobility issues here that are preventing you from doing that. So always make note of that and maybe something to think about to work on after class. All right, those are the first 2 movements. We did 3 presses overhead. Our last one is going to be a bent over row. So whether you have the object in one hand, however, or if you have an object where you could hold it in 2 hands, that's great. The point of the bent over row is to get in that bent over position. So just like that first movement, we're gonna soften both knees, hips, send them back so they're behind our knees. Press through, like as if you have a handful of groceries and you gotta close that door of your car. You gotta use some force. You're gonna send it back and we're gonna stay in this position. Our hands are going to be right below us, close to our body, and we're just gonna press those elbows up to the sky. So whether you have any weight in your hand or not, you're just pressing and using those muscles to bring those shoulder blades back behind you. And we're just staying here in that close the door position, right? If you have an object and it's only in one hand, alternate our Tabatas today. Do 1 arm at a time. Say you have an object that 2 hands, we're gonna do 2 hands right to the chest, okay? And then our 4th and final movement is going to be our alternating V-ups or crunch-ups. So laying down on the ground, we are going to alternate left hand and right leg, or right hand, left leg. We're gonna come up and we're gonna meet in this V-up position. Long legs, back down, and alternate which toes and hands touch. All right? If that is too much for you, we are keeping it bent and we're still trying to meet elbow to knee or hand to knee. Come back down, other elbow to knee, hand to knee. Sitting up, just that tailbone's on the ground. Do 4 for me each side. Right now, see what works for you, what you think you can maintain throughout the 4 rounds of Tabata before we get started. Oops. And once you've done those, we are going to set up and get moving even more. All right, so Tabata is 20 seconds of work, not 2 minutes, with 10 seconds of rest. And it is for 4 rounds each movement. Or it's 8 rounds each movement, which actually turns out to be 4 minutes each movement. We're gonna go through each movement completely before we go on to the next. Starting with our single leg RDL. We're gonna do 4 rounds on one leg, 4 rounds on the other. We'll alternate between so we're not just crushing our one leg at a time. All right? Unless you want to. If you need a challenge, do 2 on one leg, 2 on another. 2 on one leg, 2 on another, and that's how you finish the Tabata. Add a little challenge here. A little muscle fatigue. It's good to switch it up a little bit. All right, starting in 10 seconds. That's good. 10 seconds. Our kickstand RDLs in 3, 2, 1, and go. Kickstand or lift it. Single leg RDLs, right? Reach down, squeeze the stand. It's all about the standing leg, hamstrings and glutes. That hip hinge back and forward. Same thing, rest, rest, rest. Same thing, we're closing the door of the car, right? And go. Close the door of the car, come back up. Maybe just a little bit more controlled. And rest, other leg. If you're doing that, if not, whew, kudos to you. And go. Oops. Just a little windy. And rest. My whiteboard coming down here. We're good. All right, going again. And go. If you want to add weight, add weight. If not, you don't need it for this movement. It's all about the legs and the hips. There is no weight that needs to be added. And rest. Halfway there. Give me my little counters. I'm gonna upgrade those soon. And go. Again, you don't need any weight. Just focusing on that back leg. Or bottom leg. And rest. 3 more. Come on, you got this. Focus. Give it all you have. Maybe you're going slower. Maybe you got this rocking and you could just go even faster. If you do, by all means, blow past my pace. And rest. For some of you who are like me, maybe our balance is a little bit of a struggle. And go. Maybe we're focusing and we're really concentrating on our core, focusing our mind, our eyes on one spot as we do this movement, right? Nice and soft in the knee at the bottom, pressing through. Last one, rest. Last one, spread those toes, you got this. And go. Stay with it. See, my eyes went somewhere and I lost balance. And rest. Awesome job. We just finished movement 1. Movement 2 is that half kneeling press. Get your object and get going. Half kneeling. Press overhead. From our shoulder overhead. Lock down that rib cage. Maybe you hold your other hand down to notice if you're extending yourself in any subtle way. And rest. You can stay here or switch sides, up to you. Ready? And again, go. Stay tight throughout your entire body. And rest. Again, make sure that weight's behind that on that knee. And go. Rest. You got this. Tuck that tailbone under. Let's go. Press overhead. Nice and stable in our legs and our core. Maybe you hold your core with your other hand. And rest. Halfway through here. 4 more. And go. Stay with it, guys. See how many reps you can get. Try to get the same reps on each side, each round. Stay with it. And rest. It can get easy to, forget our body and think about too many things. Just pick one and go. One thing to concentrate on. Whether that be your balance, whether that be just trying to get that arm straightened, whether it be your core, your trunk. Make sure we're nice and stable here. As you get tired, it's sometimes rest. It's easy to, relax in different areas. Don't get sloppy. Come on, last one. And go. Stay with it. And rest. Awesome. We are going to do that bent over rows. Single arm or double, whatever you have. Ready? Close that door, that car door, get in position. And then use that object close to the body. Row it all the way up. Single arm or double arm, whatever you have, you got this. Stay in this position and then rest. I'm going to try single arm. My body doesn't change. And go. Even if you do a single arm, I'm just moving just the arm. You want everything to stay nice and even. We're not rowing like a lawnmower. We're just doing the arm. Really for strength here. And rest. Round 3. Come on. And go. Come on. rest. If you're getting tired standing in that position, you're not used to it, stand up between. Always get back, tight core. And go. Send that hips back, close that door. This is round 4. Holding tight, nice long spine here. Our glutes are on fire, our knees are soft. Our core is working. And rest. 4 more rounds. Let's go, guys. We can do it. However you're holding your object. And go. Come on. 20 seconds of work. Count your reps. I want to hear them at the end. Rest. 3 more. Or 2 more. 2 more. And go. Hold that body in this bent over position. Come on, don't let that chest fall. Don't let that back arch. And rest. Shake it out. Come on, reset if you need to between our last one. Everything you have. And go. Come on, 20 seconds. Let's work. Rest. Last movement of today. Alternating V-ups. Come on, guys. You can do this. Right into it. Time's going. Oh, no. Set it up. Get to it quick. Woo-hoo. See, look, you already have some rest in there. If your transition, like mine, wasn't too great. Rest. All right, only 7 more to go. We got this. And go. Whew, I'm feeling the burn already. It's going too fast for me on those rounds. Rest. I think I need to slow it down to a pace. Maybe I'll try the crunch ups. And go. Straighten the whole body between so you kind of relax the belly, and then you're going to contract it as you sit up. Use that force of those hands, that momentum, to help you sit up. Rest. I think that was 3. Oh. And go. Reach towards those toes if you're sitting all the way up. We don't want to crunch our head or neck down. We want to reach towards the sky. And rest. Is that Buzz Lightyear or is that Woody quote? Reach towards the sky. And go. I think that's a Woody. From Toy Story. Just me. Woo! Feeling the burn. I hope you guys are too. And rest. 3 more. Come on, guys. We got this. 3 more. It's only 60 seconds. And go. Which is a minute. Maybe you're going to the crunch ups. Still burns. Woo. Rest. And go. Feeling it. Take your rest if you need. Any movement, always. Go at your own pace. Rest. One last round, and then we're done for today's Tabata. And go. Whew. I might be done with today's Tabata right now. We can do it. Come on. Nope, we can do it. Crunch up. Keep it going. And rest. Woo! Feel the burn in our abs. I hope it's not just me today feeling that burn. Make sure you stretch out for today. And if you have to hop off to go to work or anything that you have to get ready for today, make sure, one, if you're taking this replay, comment below. And two, my name is Joanna. This was Tabata today. That's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. However many movements you do, you're doing 8 rounds of each movement. So that's 4 minutes. I'm going to stretch my core right now, so if you'd like to join me in some cool down stretches, I'm going to either, you can start laying down on our belly. We're just going to straighten those arms, press those hips forward to the front of our mat. Press that belly button forward, maybe a little side to side stretch, because we did alternating V-ups. Just stretching that belly. And then I'm going to sit back into a child's pose. So my feet are together, knees are wide, hands long, head rest down to the mat. Stretch that back. Just try to relax. We're not really doing anything active. We're just sitting our hips to our heels and just breathing here in this position. Few deep breaths. Good. We're going to reach forward, sending our hips forward, and we're going to reach back again. Just stretching those hips and everything. Reach forward. We're rocking forward. And we're going to rock back again into that child's pose. Rock forward one more time. And come back up for a half kneeling. Stretching of that back hip. Half kneeling. We're going to reach forward. Come back. Rock forward. Sorry, not reach forward. Rock forward with that back hip. Press back. One more time. And then switch sides. Rock forward, send that back to a half kneeling. One more. And shake out, stretch out anything else you might need to stretch out today, whether it be your neck, your arms, your chest. Make sure that you do that today. And thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you have a great one. If you kept track of your reps, again, make sure you write that below. I want to see how many you guys did. And if you guys have a question of the day that you'd like us to ask next time, maybe just reach out to us, let us know. All right. Nice, Adam. Great job.